Greetings, Automotive Archaeology here, back with tote number 17 from Phillipson Ford, aka Phillipson Garage. Already got the top off here. I'm just going to start throwing stuff out. Let's see what all we got here. Let's see. This is interesting. Okay. Champ Items Inc. Reconditioning shortcuts. Well, so we put tape over the top of that, so I don't know what it is. Well, I think it's missing some parts, so I'm not really sure. That'll probably end up. Rear axle stud locking ring for Ford 1.5 ton, 39 to 42. Transit type bus, auto car, BM, Timken 38 to 44, GMC 1.5 ton, 35 to 42. Federal 1.5 to 4 ton, Timken axle, white 35 to 41, 86 and 86 special, 87 5. So a lot of different stuff that's not around anymore. Looks like it's missing parts, so I don't know what to do with it. Probably just put in a lot of stuff. Yeah, there we go. That's interesting. I've had a couple of these. That's a real glass lens. I didn't say anything on there. School bus flashing light lens, red, number 3856, 7-inch red lens. These are unusual enough that I think it'll sell, so we'll put that up separately. Okay, here is it's a mirror. That kind of looks like an aftermarket box. It's got a threaded collar here, so I'm not really sure. I'll probably put that in a lot. Some other stuff, I don't know what that is. Yeah. Okay, this doesn't. Okay, that came out of there. I don't know what this is. Usually, this is a bag like this. It's not marked. It's attaching parts. So this would be like some sort of a thing, and these are the miscellaneous parts that go with it. Okay, here's some knobs. Oh yeah, this is a radio. Yeah, looks like radio perhaps, mounting bracket for a radio. Those are the knobs. Here's the tuner knobs. Knobs are in great shape. That might actually be worth checking into. If nothing else, I can sell the knobs separately probably. I'm going to grab a plastic bag for that real quick. Part of the problem with stuff like this is these bags, they're not acid-free paper, so they do deteriorate. They get holes in them, and guess what? All the stuff that's in there leaks out. So whenever I see a bag that's a hole in it like that, it's sort of, I don't know, what to make of it and whether it's complete or not. Left vent cable for a D1D Pinto, I think, maybe. Vent cable. Yeah, that's worth looking up. Those usually do fairly well. I mean, don't fetch a lot of money, but they're always something that's sort of in demand. That's cable. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like 5. Royal Electric. Probably not worth much, but I'll look it up. Some people find that useful. Valve cover gasket. Okay, there's a bunch of gaskets in here, and again, you know, once it's been opened, there's absolutely no way to tell if it's complete. So those always end up in the garbage. They're just not worth the hassle of trying to deal with them. Here is a gas lift assembly, 1985. So for some sort of a hatchback, FZ. I think that's for an Escort. I think that's for an Escort. So like an Escort station wagon or hatchback to lift support. Here's another one. So that's for 74 Mustang. Might be 75, 76, 77, 78. Might be through 78. I'd have to look that up. 87 pickup weather strip assembly. It looks like a door window weather strip. I sell a lot of weather strips. It tends to move slowly, but it does move. No idea what that is because there's no packaging. Okay. Yes. Deluxe Napa Deluxe Gas Charge Shock Absorber. It's, you know, I put up a big lot of these a while back, and you know, it's not. It hasn't moved. It's still sitting. It's been up 3 times. It's been still sitting on the shelf. So, you know, it's probably about to go in the garbage. It's just shock absorbers are just a hard sell. Just nobody really wants them because they prefer to buy new. Okay, here is a carburetor assembly for an early 60s Falcon. This probably goes on that the 170. Is it 144 and 170 straight 6? Yeah, it's a real tiny. That's a Holly. We need a little bitty thing. And worth looking up. It's a remanufactured, but I do sell quite a bit of carburetors, and actually those engines I had a loaded rocker arm assembly, rocker shaft assembly with all the rocker arms and everything on it that sold almost immediately. That was in the video. That was one of the first couple of videos I did. It sold almost immediately. I think 2 or 3 days it was gone. So, you know, that. Now, I've got some of these. Oh, yeah, horn blowing button. This, believe it or not, is worth about $125. I've had a couple of these, and they sell pretty quickly for that. So, that's a good find. That's one of that 10-15%. That's more than $100. Okay. This garbage. More brakes. How much you want to bet these are for a Falcon C4DZ? I seem to have cornered the market on Falcon and Comet brakes for some reason. And you know, there was a lot of that kind of stuff in here, and I knew that when I bought it because I looked through everything, so I knew it was in here, and I knew I was going to have to deal with it. But you know, my offer, bid/offer for the collection reflected that. So, you know, it's just part of the cost of doing business. You gotta have to deal with it. Not sure what those are off the top of my head. Hardware. Wheel studs. E3TZ. Okay, these are wheel studs. I don't know if they're all the same. These are the same, I think. Pretty close. Yeah, you know, Cardone makes wheel studs that they may not make these, so it's worth looking up. Yeah. Front spring, center bolt, and nut. Threaded. Okay. So I guess this front spring, center bolt. So this holds the springs, the leaves of the leaf spring together. Now, I'm not going to say that this spindly little bolt is what holds them together. The clamps kind of hold them together, but this is an alignment. I'm going to say this is an alignment bolt. So, you know, more garbage. Worth, I'll probably put them up as a lot. I mean, you know, 1928 to 1938 Ford stuff is pretty old, so. What else we got here? That is a tool. You are Urbana, Ohio. Desmond. I don't know if that's it. Just like a chain pipe clamp or pipe wrench. Don't know. Okay, these are actually vintage. They're casters. You know, people buy anything. It's worth trying. It's worth splitting them up and start them off at 99 cents. Let them go from there. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. I'll have to look that up. That's kind of cool. You know, it looks like it's incomplete, so I don't know. I don't know what this is exactly. It is an intake manifold. Oh, I'll bet this intake manifold goes with that carburetor. Okay. This is for a 6-cylinder. Straight 6 intake. Let's see, there's got to be a part number on there. C2GZ manifold. Okay, so that's an intake manifold for one of the small 4-cylinders or 6-cylinders from the early 60s. You know, I may get something for that. That's kind of an unusual thing to find. All right. And last couple of things here. 1977 truck performance specifications. Interesting. Automatic transmission, C4, C6 fuel systems. Oh, okay. Specifications. Identifications and stall speeds. Emissions systems and tune-up. Engine calibration finder. Yeah, this is just starting to get to the early part of the ridiculous 80s, you know, where they had so much smog crap and crap under the hood that you couldn't see the ground when you looked at the engine. You didn't even see the engine. There was so much garbage around it. You know, I don't know. I guess in a lot with something probably. This is like Gasket or something. Oh, actually, it's just an empty piece of cardboard. So, it was a gasket. 6 pieces, E6DZ gasket, but it's gone now, and that's the end of the tote.